Our 2020 Wyoming elk hunt. It's a little after 5. We're at the trailhead. Wanted to be the first ones here. We got about an hour hike, and we'll be able to set up. Maybe an hour and a half. We'll be able to set up and get here before light. We saw a bull here last night, and then Larry and Randy saw about 30 elk the day before. So I think we might get a crack at something. Well, we're on the first morning of our 2020 Wyoming rifle elk hunt. We came in did about an hour and a half hike to get in here this morning. Got in nice and early. We're at the trailhead by 5, so we had 2 hours before shooting started. We have not seen anything yet, and unfortunately it's snowing, so that's kind of blocking the glassing a bit. We had a real nice canyon picked out, and we've seen elk in here scouting right before the season, so I'm kind of hoping the snow stops here shortly so we can get a little glassing, and we got a real nice canyon that we're overlooking. Yeah, like I said, it's hard to see anything right now.
Day one.
What do you think, Brian?
Glassed up a couple yesterday in this spot, hoping that they'll come out again, but it's not looking so well. Larry and Randy gave up already, and they're back at camp drinking beer.
Yeah. They said they were going to go back to camp for a little bit, and then it's a cool spot for a camp. Right at the base of the mountain there. We got some good country to watch, and it's really difficult to access this because you got to hike either up and in or down to get into the bowl. Either way, you're hiking, 600 or 800 feet elevation to get into this big pocket. So we're thinking the elk are still in here. We just gotta wait to see them. Got pretty cold this morning, like really cold, so we started a fire and kind of warmed up so we could stay out the rest of the day. We're on the second full day of our elk hunt here, and it's been a pretty significant weather change, I guess, over the last 2 days. We started out pretty hot down in the bottom of the canyons, and a bit of snow was moving in up top. So Brian and I hunted up top this morning, and we actually had a bull in our sights at about 180 yards away, but the way that he was standing, we really just couldn't even tell he was a bull. He had his head up kind of in the trees, and then he kind of turned, and we had about just a split second to make a decision. Saw he had antlers, but just didn't pull the shot. So we saw those. There was 2 bulls there, so we saw those bulls today. We didn't see anything yesterday, but we did have one located on the opener. We're just up top again. There's another storm system that's moving in tonight, and it's going to dump quite a bit of snow. So we're just trying to figure out where we want to go tomorrow. We're just glassing all this over, just trying to locate a bull or something that we can work on tomorrow. If we don't find anything tonight, I think we'll end up going back to that spot that we saw those 2 bulls. Got some pretty nice canyons over there to glass, but you can see the difference down there. It's probably a solid 20-degree difference in temperature between the top and the bottom. Well, just as I was saying that, I just spotted some elk here. Trying to remember where they were. There they were. I just got to figure out, I don't know exactly if I can get there. There is one bull with them. So I'm going to just take a peek at the map and see if I can get on them. Well, I just kept glass, and I've actually spotted a herd. I've got to say there's hundreds of them in there. It's getting pretty low light, and I definitely don't have enough time to get in on there, or in on them where they are. So I'll be coming out here in the morning. I have never actually seen that many out in one sitting. So yeah, I guess we know where we're going. I'm sure there's some nice bulls in there with that. Well, we're on the third day of this Wyoming elk hunt, and we got a pretty good storm that rolled in. Last night we found that herd of probably 200 elk, and we were trying to get back on them this morning, but this storm had moved in, and we were able to get up to the top. It's really white oak conditions up there, and drop back down on them, but we only had visibility for about an hour. Storm's rolling through. We got probably 3-4 inches, something like that, at about 8,000-9,000 feet, and it's going to continue through tomorrow. So trying to figure out some plans here on where we can go. Well, it's Sunday morning, and we're out here again up at probably 9,000 feet. I would say we've got, what, Brian, probably a foot of snow here.
Yeah, definitely a good foot.
So we wanted to come up and hunt higher. Randy and Larry are down by the bottom. We were in this basin last night, and we saw a bunch of mule deer. We've seen tracks. Just hoping the elk are coming through. I don't know how much more accessible the top is going to be. And we got another maybe half a foot of snow, or maybe a foot to come up by the top.
We might be on our last day up here.
Yep.
We'll see what today's snow brings.
10-4. Well, it is Monday morning. It was raining pretty heavy out here, and we decided to sleep in. So then when the sun came up and we got some coffee, I just decided to glass from our front porch and kind of glass all this mountainside to see if we could locate anything. Kind of a low odds deal, but it was better than just wasting the morning. So add this to glass, and we located some bulls right up there. So right now Brian and I are packing up. We got about an hour four-wheeler drive to get to the base of that mountain, and then we've got about a 2,000-foot climb to get up there by them. So with the weather that moved in, the top of the mountain is the last time we checked is snowed off, so we can't get up there anyways, and this just seems like the best option. So we're gonna get after it. It's about 10 in the morning. Probably take us 2 to 3 hours to get up there, I would think. Hopefully it pays off.
What's that? I guess plan on it for a start. You taking those off?
Yeah. I'm going in this.
Well, this is the only thing I have for pants. I don't have other pants on underneath.
Well, we got all our gear set up here. We glassed some elk up at the top this morning from camp. it was pouring rain when we woke up this morning, so we decided not to go up, but we got some coffee and did a little glassing at camp, and we spotted some bulls. So we got, I think it's about a 2,000 foot climb, so we dropped as much weight as we could, left the spotting scopes at camp, and stripped down the clothes because it's gonna be pretty hot climb up there. What do you think, PK?
Yep. We looked multiple different ways, and we argued multiple different times what's the best way to get after these bulls, and this is it. So let's let her rip and see what happens.
Yep.
What do you think, Brian? About a third of the way up now, probably.
What's that?
About a third of the way, maybe?
Yeah.
Probably, not too bad. The last 2/3 probably gonna be the worst.
We got this.
Counting off up to 100 steps every time. Started down there, so we're making way. We're at the top. We got bulls. We're seeing who shoots. I'll take heads.
It's heads. It's yours.
Oh, fuck. Alright, let's do it.
We're sneaking up on some cows in one bull. Not sure how big it is, but
we just got our 2020 Wyoming bull elk. We're in the Bighorns. This is all public land. We've been saving up our points for about 6 years to pull this tag, 5 years, something like that. And the first few days of the hunt were just not going well. Just had a mix of weather and cloud cover and fog and about everything else you can imagine. We were kind of bumming because the top part of the mountain is blocked off, and we can't access the roads lower because of that. We got more of a storm last night. It was pouring rain when we woke up, and I was just kind of bumming because we didn't go out in the rain. So I got a coffee and went out on the front porch, and I glassed this from our camp is right down the hill, probably 3 or 4 miles. So Brian and I came up here. We had pretty good haul in. We got right to the top and spotted this bull. Since we were coming in together, he said, well, we'll do a coin flip on who gets to shoot. And I called heads, coin flipped heads, so I got up on this bull and ready to pull the trigger. We were at about 600 yards, and the way that canyon was dipping, that was really about the closest we were going to get. So we set up on him. I saw another bull, so I told Brian, come get set up on that other bull. One bull at 600 yards is tough. 2 of them is a crack shot. So I got another one down right over there. It didn't go far. Yep, so we got 2 bulls down, and probably 30-40 yards. Larry and Randy said they talked to somebody that would pack the bulls out with a horse. So we're hoping they come through on that, because otherwise we got to go back up that hill and, I don't know, 1,800 feet down, 2,000 feet down, something like that. It was a really good haul. I was not convinced that we wanted to do that today. Lance won the coin flip on the big buck, or the big bull, but mine's the fighter. Yeah. All broken. Brian's is all busted up. Yeah. We got his down below. So we got Brian's right down the hill there. Not very far away. He's got a busted up, it's a 4x5 now because he's all busted up. What a day. Lance and I dumped 2 bulls, 600 yards at the same time after just a treacherous climb this morning. Lance's is right up there. These things are less than 50 yards apart. Couldn't have been a better day after starting off being rainy, and we didn't even go out this morning. But this is awesome. Lance's video has the bulk of the rest of the story. Yeah. But there was some arguing this morning on how we go after bulls over here, and we did not take the path of least resistance, but it panned out for us. Right. Well, there's the bottom behind Brian that we come up in. So we spotted these bulls, saw the big one. Lance won the coin flip, and I was on the video camera. And I did see that this was another bull, but all I saw were these 2 points. And I'm like, I ain't shooting that. And then Lance got a better look at him, and then I got him in the scope, and the more and more I was looking at him, I saw this side. And then I'm like, our hunt's almost over. We got more bad weather on the way. Yep. There's nothing wrong with shooting this one. Yeah, he was probably a 5x5. He's busted off on the left side so bad. I kind of like the fact that he's busted off. It's cool. The other one I got at home is busted off too, so I'm starting a fight club of bulls at home. There you go. All right, we'll get some pictures. Hopefully the guys with the horses come through. If not, we'll get the next few days. So. Yeah. All right, nice work, Brian. Thanks. So it's about 7 o'clock, and we got both bulls cleaned up. I got mine hung up in a tree here, and Brian is doing the same with his. We're gonna hike out. I'm thinking probably hour and a half hike, because we're mostly downhill, fortunately. Other than this climb here, which I guess is pretty big, but that's all right.
Got the head up in the tree. And Brian's right down there. Well, we got Larry and Randy packing up here. I'm gonna take them up the hill where we got those bulls yesterday. Brian is on his way already. We met a couple campers down the road from us, and they've got horses and pack mules, and they were willing to go up there and get the bulls. They're about 4 miles up the hill. Those guys are going to side saddle from the bottom with their horses and go up, and then Brian is heading up that way up to the top on the left side there, and myself and Larry and Randy are heading up there. We're going to do a bit of glass and see if we can find some more elk. Brian is going to meet the guys with the horses and mules, and we'd be all set. Pretty glad we met those guys, because we'd be in for probably 2 days packing those elk out. So we'll see what we can find. We haven't glassed anything up yet, so I'm kind of hesitant to do a hike like that without finding anything, but we know there's more elk up there. We saw a real big one yesterday. We busted him out. So we'll see. Maybe we can find another one. All right, got Larry and Randy getting ready to head up the hill.
We're done taking our clothes off.
Yep.
That's what we're going up to the top of one of those mountains.
Well, we're up in the area that we shot that bull yesterday. We're waiting for the guys on horseback to come from down that ravine here. We got the whole crew up here. We're going to spend the rest of the day glassing. Everybody's taking a little bit of a breather here. It's quite the haul up. This is awesome. We got our neighbors down the campground from us. We're down the camp area from us, had horses, and we mentioned we had a couple bulls down, and they said they would help us sell with them, so they're coming up with horses right now. So they got that one all set, except for the head. Those two guys loading it up, hefting weight, and Brian's got his camera out taking pictures.